It's the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Kia.
Welcome, everybody. This is 2K Sports with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, coming off a loss in the first game of the season, they'll no doubt be anxious to put tonight's contest in the win column and avoid an 0-2 start. And a chance to check out Kyle Lowry here, one of the more underrated guards in the league. But he is as tough a matchup as you will find.
I call him the little pit bull. You know, I actually seen him, the late, great Eggman, who was assistant general manager at Memphis at the time, introduced me to him. Fantastic leader, tons of passion, great will to win. Doesn't get enough credit, man, and he shoots the three ball just with anybody in the league.
Took him a long time to become an all-star, but now you can pretty much pencil him in.
That's right, Ernie. And when he gets a hot hand, he can absolutely take over a game with his shooting. And his passer reminds me of my main man, Pistol Pete Maravich, straight out of LSU.
Wow, that'll do it for now. Almost time for tip. Here's Kevin Harlan.
The skyline of downtown Toronto really looking wonderful tonight. It's a beautiful evening here on the shores of Lake Ontario. Thanks for joining us live for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. For the Raptors, happy to be here in Toronto right now in the midst of a nice homestand. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. And in last year's conference finals, they lost to them in 6. A big disappointment.
And they won the season series last year against this club, but fell to them in the postseason.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, LeBron James, of course, is one of the greatest players to ever play the game, but he remains one of the most team-first superstars you'll find. He said a lot of people misconstrue what it takes to win, just scoring or going out and trying to will it yourself. It's a team game, and you have to rely on your teammates as well. And he remains, with his vision and passing, among the best at spreading the wealth. Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. Well, Steve, we have a great matchup in the middle right here tonight. How fun is it going to see these two great centers go head-to-head?
That's old school when these two guys go at it, banging. And you start talking about centers. You know, a lot of people look at points, but then you got to start looking at reboundings.
Right,
and
ready
who
to go?
First elbow.
Ready to go?
And, you know, who's the enforcer and just set the tone for his team.
And the constant fighting for position underneath.
The stuff you don't see off the ball, they go at it.
Gets bad in there, doesn't it?
Yes.
You didn't go in there much, did you?
No, I just looked and kind of marveled at it.
You just kind of marveled at it. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Cleveland, Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. And it's James in at the small forward position. Back to Smith. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Thompson misses. And the Raptors with possession. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
They didn't look like the well-oiled machine we've come to expect every day. I don't think we'll see that from them too often. That's just an awesome assist. Really paced the ball in their ideal spot.
On defense, Toronto. 4-point game. James sets the screen for Irving. Pass to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lowry against Irving. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas and stolen by Love. Here's Thompson. Oh, that's blocked.
You could just see the reach that Carroll has on that defensive play. Nice block.
The pass to DeRozan. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Now here's Irving. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New York. LeBron kicks to Irving. LeBron with a screen on Carroll. Irving dishes to LeBron. It's stolen by Carroll. Lowry for three. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
They're beginning to put it all together, in my opinion, and take control of this game.
And that one, good.
His first make, and, maybe that will get him going.
Raptors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Down low, here's Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And credit Kyrie, tremendous vision. Finds the open man.
Raptors leading by 3. Left side, Lowry. Dishes to Sullinger. DeRozan against Smith. Just 5 to shoot. And DeRozan. Here we go. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Irving with it. James outside. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And here's the stat sheet on DeMar DeRozan. Last year, getting it done. He was around 23 points a game last year. 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And it's always nice to be able to bring a shooter like him off the bench.
Valanciunas passes to DeRozan. Back to Valanciunas. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Sullinger. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Shoots from the baseline. Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And one of the most resilient players around, Tristan Thompson, hasn't missed a game with injury since 2012.
And for a big man who plays the way he does, battling in the paint, going after every rebound, and also being the muscle for his team, it's impressive he's played this many games.
Lowry kicks to Sullinger. Oh, and the jam by Sullinger.
What a look from Lowry. Just knew he would be open.
Cavaliers shooting 43% since taking the floor today. Here's Irving. Again, the Cavaliers score. And here are the Raptors now. Outside Lowry. Sullinger the screen. Valanciunas inside. He's covered by Thompson.
That little pump fake from Valanciunas can be deadly. The defender had to respect it. Valanciunas, he'll show you flashes of dominance, and then sometimes you can't find. And clearly the potential is there for him, and he feels consistently on the verge of breaking out.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. For Valanciunas, it isn't like his numbers aren't productive. He's come close to averaging a double-double for quite some time. You were talking about this the other day, Steve, but you just know that he can be so much more.
Yeah, sometimes it takes longer for big guys to develop. You have to be patient with a guy like Valanciunas. He's been in the league for a while now, but remember, he's still only 24 years old.
And Steve, when you played, what's different about early season basketball games versus games later on in the season?
You know, I think earlier you're trying to find your way. You're trying to get into the rhythm. You don't want to peak too fast. And then at the end of the year, you start to have it all come together. You want to steamroll right into the playoffs.
I would think for a player and for a team, peaking at the right time is the most difficult thing to accomplish.
Yeah, sometimes you get off to a great start. You're saying, can we hold this?
Yeah.
But if you're the Warriors, they held serve throughout the entire season.
73 times.
Yes.
You're right, yeah, for an NBA record. And you remember Kevin Love suffering the dislocated shoulder in the first round of the 2015 playoffs. Smitty, last season, really the first extended playoff run, aside from the concussion, of his career.
That had to feel good for Kevin Love, getting a chance to play in playoff basketball, and he made a difference. He was huge for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And Kevin Love, known early in his career for his terrific rebounding and work in the inside. Smitty, as time has gone on, he's become much more of a perimeter threat, obviously.
Well, he can shoot the three. We understand that. But be able to rebound the basketball, you have to be closer. So I think for them is play him close to the basket. But I think when you need spacing, he has the luxury as a coaching staff to push Kevin Love out to that three-point line. And the four-man has to stay at home with him.
And it comes off the front of the rim. Toronto leading by 5. Lowry kicks to Carroll. Up top, Valanciunas. On the wing, DeRozan. Covered by Smith. 4 on the clock. Lowry for 3. That one doesn't go. Good D by Irving. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And another miss by Cleveland. Sullinger dishes to Valanciunas. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Yeah, you gotta like the aggressive D going for the block, but he got it just as it was on its way down.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. James, the pass to Smith, and the shot is good.
Keeping his head on a swivel, LeBron locates the open man.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And the Cavs, obviously one of the most talented teams in the NBA. It's taken time for them to learn how to play together, though.
Yeah, you talk about having a big three and guys have never been around each other. And some young guys when you start talking about Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. Synergy, chemistry, that's all they needed. They have it now.
With the stoppage in play, we have a chance now to show you which teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. 5th, the Raptors.
The way they shot the ball from the three-point line last year was sensational. It's a huge staple of their offense.
Raptors leading by 5. Lowry kicks to Sullinger. He feeds it to Valanciunas. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Valanciunas has got 6 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
To the paint, here's Thompson. Rebound by the Raptors. Valanciunas has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. He dishes it to DeRozan. Sullinger with a screen for DeRozan. Feeds it to Sullinger. Shot clock at 5. Carroll for 3. The Cavaliers pull it in. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Really, a combination of smart coaching and even better execution. When you have that, the game comes easily to you.
Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry with the ball. Now Smith defending.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Count that one.
Having a good, efficient start to this game offensively. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Moving against Lowry. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas.
Love the flush there from Valanciunas, leaving no doubt on that play.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. James dishes to Irving. from about 16. Tips it up. Valanciunas grabs the board.
And at a time they really need him to shoot well. The exact opposite is what's happening.
Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. And no good that time. And Cleveland will come the other way. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
And really, the last thing you ever want to see in a game is somebody getting hurt.
You never want to see a player go down like that, especially the way he went down.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And Kyrie Irving, one of the most talented scorers, certainly, Smitty, in the NBA, but he feels the pressure, I think, to try to tighten the screws in his game defensively.
You don't get many nights off defensively at the point guard position in today's NBA. That position is very deep. No excuses, though. To be great, you've got to get it done at both ends.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Cleveland.
And they've been doing a great job of getting into the paint and scoring inside. The defense allowing them easy access to the rim, and boy, are they taking advantage.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Here's Felder. There's the pick. He kicks it to Shumpert to the right side. That three off the mark. The Raptors have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16.
And checking out the numbers for Joseph, how he performed last season. Averaged 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
Just a solid player, Patrick Patterson. Comes off the bench, but he also can play starters minutes. Slightly undersized, but finds a way to get it done.
That free throw, no good.
Patrick Patterson with his great shooting stroke, always looking comfortable at the free throw line.
And he sinks the second. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Inside, here's Anderson. An easy 2 points on the layup. And with Patterson, the Kentucky product, he is very comfortable both inside and outside on the offensive end.
Yes, also as a starter coming off the bench, but I think he's more effective coming off the bench. He brings instant offense for his team.
Here's Powell, following the score by Cleveland. And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And there's a whistle that goes on Corey Joseph. That is his first foul of the game. Out to the wing. And here's Fry from the arc. Toronto grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Moment here now for an injury report. Now for an update on Tristan Thompson's injury. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I got an update from the Cavaliers head athletic trainer. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. That is a bitter pill for them to swallow so early in the season. It clearly changes the look of this team going forward, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
I mean, a devastating blow, to say the least.
That free throw missing.
And the 7-footer, Jakob Poeltl, a smooth, fluid athlete for his size. And he's got tremendous bloodlines, guys. Both of his parents were members of the Austrian national volleyball team.
He hits the second from the line. And Pirtle picking basketball over volleyball. I guess you could say it worked out for him.
Yeah, I mean, they said growing up in Vienna, there wasn't a good youth volleyball program nearby, so he just went with hoops. And standing 7-1, I'd have to say it's worked out pretty good for the big fella.
Toronto with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. Patterson, the screen. Here's Powell. Here's Pirtle. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Pirtle using his frame well, drawing the defense into him on his shot.
And Jakob Pirtle enters the NBA after 2 seasons at the University of Utah. Last season, he won the Pac-12 Player of the Year, as well as awards for the best center and low post player in college basketball.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to play in Europe instead, but he thought the college route would be a nice experience. Certainly the exposure didn't hurt, and he made demonstrable improvement from year 1 to year 2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Smitty, you were able to represent the U.S. in international play. Just how much did that mean to you, and how special a time was that for you looking back on those days?
So special, Kevin. Just looking at the pictures and the videos, you have USA on your chest. Then you represent your country, and then you were guys that you compete against, and now we're all together getting a chance to win a gold medal. Totally different from the NBA championship.
You sometimes look at that stuff, Steve, and think, it doesn't even seem like it was you. Like you're so far away, different time in your life, different perspective you must have had on life, the game, everything.
So surreal, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, just getting a chance to stand up on the podium and getting a chance to have that gold medal hung around my neck, so special.
Here's Felder after the Raptors pick up 2. Shumpert, no good.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Ross dishes to Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Great vision there from Ross to find the open man.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Shumpert kicks to Anderson. Here's Felder. He's covered by Joseph. For 3, Fry drills it from outside. Fry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
The feed to Powell. Passes it to Pirtle. It's stolen by Jefferson. Shumpert in the corner. Kicks to Fry. Wide open look. That one goes. Count it. And now it's just a 4-point Raptor lead.
Good look by Shumpert. Right on the money.
Joseph, the pass to Patterson. The dish to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Shot on the wing. And that one goes long. Here's Jefferson. First trip to the line for him here. And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. He lets out some emotion and immediately gives them back a taste of their own medicine.
And I tell you what, to give him attitude is to play a dangerous game. And we saw why right there. He thrives on emotion. It's best not to get him all keyed up.
Here's Shumpert. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. With 4 seconds on the clock, no good from Fromm.
And surprisingly couldn't connect. That's a high percentage a look as he's going to get.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Raptors up 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And Corey Joseph, born in Toronto, gives us his thoughts about returning north of the border via free agency.
Oh, I played a big part in that. Ever since I was growing up, I was a Toronto Raptors fan. Growing up, watching them, just having it in my dreams, me and my brother, and, Tristan, Mike, all those guys playing together, just knowing if we get the opportunity, just trying to make the best out of it.
And having won a championship with the Spurs in 2014, you wonder how much of Joseph's experience can carry over to help the Raptors.
It's always good to have rings in the locker room, especially for big games. And what I like about Joseph is that he's just now starting to realize his potential.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And, guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backcourt.
Pure hustle and desire for the ball on the glass. As long as they continue to give it their all, they'll be in outstanding shape.
Ross and Patterson are the forwards. Powell is out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Pirtle in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Powell for 3, drills the three-pointer. Powell's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Raptors.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Love dishes to LeBron. Love outside. Pass to Irving. This one for 3. Again, Irving missing. Raptors leading by 6.
We know a lot about Dwayne Casey's coaching career. Been an assistant for numerous years. Now he's a head coach. But let's take it back. He was a top recruit coming out of high school. He helped lead Kentucky to a national title in 1978.
And Casey went straight from playing at Kentucky to an assistant coaching position there in Lexington.
He's been coaching for almost 4 decades. Coached in Japan for a time, a long-time NBA assistant. He's a lifer.
And that one misses. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Pirtle. Damari Carroll comes in for Ross. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Corey Joseph. And Cleveland also making a change. Smith is checked in. Good on the second free throw.
The Raptors have made steady progress offensively. You think back to 2012, they were one of the 6 least efficient offenses in the league. The last couple seasons, top 5.
Now, here is Irving. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 6 points for J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith is strong and athletic enough to do damage inside.
He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin Love had a tough first year in Cleveland, and some thought to maximize his impact, he might try free agency and play elsewhere. Love said that staying was a no-brainer, a max contract and a winning situation. He said it's a great opportunity, going for a championship every year. Kevin?
Thank you, D.A., and the Cavs have worked to feature him more offensively. A shot by Lowry, no good. And, Schmitty, if you had to nitpick the Raptors offense, what is it they could do to get even better?
Well, I think from the three-point line, they were 4th in three-point percentage last season, but only 19th in attempts. I think they could stand to shoot a few more out there at the same time. I like their mentality of attacking and getting into the lane.
It's DeRozan with the drive. Back to Lowry. Shot clock at 5. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Tough night for him shooting the basketball, but this team has been resilient. That's why they hold the lead.
James, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
DeRozan against Smith. DeRozan gets the bucket. DeRozan's got 6.
DeMar DeRozan, one of the best in the business in knocking down the mid-range jump shot.
Lowry against Irving. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Patrick Patterson.
Jonas Valanciunas.
Toronto on defense. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Channing Frye. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Lowry kicks to Sullinger. Now the pass to Kerr. And that's collected by Love. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Smith wide open. He fired. It's good. This game is all even. Smith's got 5 points in the quarter.
Deadly from beyond the arc. JR cannot be left alone.
Carroll kicks to Valanciunas and stolen by Frye. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. A good look from Smith. That one wide left. The Raptors have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. DeRozan passes to Sullinger. Oh, and the jam by Sullinger.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Irving kicks to Frye. He's off on that one. Nice D from Valanciunas. Down low. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
It looked like a total breakdown to me there. He exploited that hole perfectly and made them pay.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Valanciunas with a screen on Smith. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas. James, the pass to Love. It's stolen by Carroll. And they're pushing it up. Here's DeRozan. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
DeRozan has such good body control that it's very difficult to disrupt his shot with contact.
Smith for 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds in the game. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that. The All-Star Kyle Lowry last season played fantastic basketball throughout the year. Up and down, had some huge cold streaks in the postseason. But when it was time to make big plays and big shots, he stepped up.
And for Lowry, it was revealed he was dealing with an elbow injury at the end of the season and during the playoffs. And Stephen Helpett explains why he was so inconsistent with his play.
But you love that he never complained, never talked about it, just kept battling. He's one of those guys, yes, he struggled, but he leaves it out there on the court. But he had some moments where he made a lot of big shots in the playoffs.
We've seen so many former players who are now coaches in the NBA and players that, Steve, you played against. Do you ever think that they'd be coaches when you faced off against them as you were playing them?
Yeah, some of those guys, for sure, like a Jason Kidd, I'd say he's going to make a great coach one day. You just knew it was in his blood. Now you get a chance to see Steve Kerr, T. Lue, Tyronn Lue's one of those guys. He's going to make a good coach, and they're doing it right now and having a lot of success.
Kevin McHale, to me, was the thinking man's player, was a terrific coach. He did both, but he lost the job at Houston, which shocked so many people.
You know, I thought he did a fantastic job. And one thing you love about Kevin McHale, he also was a general manager, then got a chance to come to the coaching role. He just has a basketball mind. He loves the game. Okay, that lay-in, he's tricky, but the defense was just too tight on him.
11 feet away, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And it's now only a 1-point Raptor lead.
At a time when everyone's obsessed with threes and dunks, LeBron's showing off a strong in-between game.
And LeBron James, almost unquestionably the greatest player in the league over the last decade, a bright spotlight. But, you know, Steve, he's never shied away from that.
No, he hasn't. I mean, he's been in the center of attention for a long time. I think we saw some of that last season as Steph Curry and the Warriors were the focus of so much attention. But LeBron, both on and off the court, making sure that he didn't get swept aside.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Anderson, he's checked in for Fry. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. And it's Felder in for Kyrie Irving. The Raptors have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Now DeRozan. 8 points for him. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. That three off target. Had some space there after the little pump fake.
And after hitting only 1 3 in the first quarter, he has none here in the second.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Raptors with the lead. Dishes to Sullinger. And DeRozan kicks to Sullinger. Back to DeRozan from 17 feet out. And one thing DeMar DeRozan, Steve, has become great at is running that high pick and roll with the big, usually something a point guard does, but DeRozan very deadly in that set.
I love him because he's comfortable handling the basketball out top, does a nice job of coming off the pick and roll, gets to his spot to raise up, and you know if he gets all the way to the rim, he can challenge any big in this league.
And the first one drops.
DeRozan, one of the biggest free agent names this past offseason, had a lot of interest from pretty much all around the league. But I'm sure DeMar enjoyed the entire process, but also sure that he's glad it's over.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Love how DeRozan has grown as a player, as a leader of this team, and he's done a great job learning how to get to the line more frequently.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Sullinger, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And for DeRozan in his free agency courtship, it's understandable to see why so many teams, Steve, wanted him on their roster.
Yeah, the reason why, he's coming off a terrific season where he was an all-star. And don't forget, he is still very young and has a lot of prime seasons left in front of him.
The first free throw is good. Some changes for Toronto. Ross is checked in for DeMar Carroll. Norman Powell comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And Cleveland also making a change. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. The free throw is good from Sullinger.
The Raptors have been arguably the worst defensive team in the league before the arrival of head coach Dwayne Casey. They struggled from season to season to be able to stop the basketball, but last season, a big step in the right direction.
And he gets it back.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
And Joseph kicks to Ross. Jefferson with some nice D. And the Raptors going into last season brought in defenders in free agency, guys like DeMar Carroll and Joseph and Biyombo.
But they also simplified their defensive coverages more in line with what other teams are doing. They still have to get better contesting the threes. Last season, they allowed the second best percentage in the league.
Powell dishes to Valanciunas. Deep 2 from Ross. Hits the jumper in space. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills. Love outside.
Here's Felder. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Love, no good. Raptors leading by 4. Out left to the wing. Powell, the pass to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Well, you know that Valanciunas has the potential to go off, and he's doing it here.
Jefferson against Ross. Jefferson kicks to Love. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Anderson dishes to Love. Fades. Good on the bucket. Love's got 9 points in the quarter.
Incredible. He was shooting the ball with good rhythm in the first quarter. Now he's just unconscious.
And here is Joseph. 8 points his last outing. Ross on the wing. Defended by Jefferson. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. That one on Jefferson.
Nice play there from Terrence Ross to create something on the trip and earn his way to the line.
Terrence Ross can be absolutely infuriating, Steve, to watch, and at times pure joy. He embodies the idea of a player who can get white hot and then go ice cold and disappear.
Well, it's frustrating because Ross has athleticism. He has a nice jump shot. The potential is there, but he has to be able to have this go consistently throughout the game. Sometimes he doesn't look engaged, but when he is, he's fantastic.
Pirtle, he's checked in for Sullinger. And both free throws good for Ross. And at times with these Cavaliers, Smitty, there have been some chemistry concerns, but while it hasn't boiled over, you do sense some friction from time to time.
Yeah, I think last season, you looked at the beginning of the season, they had some chemistry problems, but they got it together. Winning usually cures everything.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Pass to Valanciunas, stolen by Anderson. And here we go. Shumpert heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway.
We know Shumpert likes to score off the dribble. Got a head of steam up on that play.
There's 1:54 left in the first half of basketball. Back to Ross. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Feeds it to Jefferson. He dishes it to Love. Passes to Felder. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Powell, the pass to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. 1:05 left to play here in the second quarter. From 11 feet away. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. 13 points for Love.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Valanciunas sets a screen for Joseph to the inside. Stolen by Anderson. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Kevin Love.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Now here's Powell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Pirtle with the ball, guarded now by Kevin Love, and the jam by Ross.
What vision from Pirtle, getting the pass over to the wide-open man.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. The shot and game clock separated by 4. The feed to Shumpert. Screen by Jefferson. He got right to the cup using that screen. Shumpert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Big difference from the first quarter to the second. His shot looks completely in rhythm now.
And Joseph kicks to Valanciunas. Here's Felder. It could go.
The 7-foot frame of Pirtle really helps on defense. Shooters tense up when he's in their area.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Raptors lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Jonas Valanciunas, you have been in the zone so far. What has your approach been down low in the paint?
I'm just playing my game. Kyle Lowry doing a great job passing the ball, so, it's good to play like that.
Starts with inside-out play, right? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. Jonas Valanciunas had it going on in the first quarter. He had 18 points, 3 block shots, and 1 steal. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they've gotten to the line tonight a lot. Basically, they're saying, I'm going to take it to you. And the only way you can stop me is to foul me. But here's the thing. If you're afraid to sacrifice your body, you'll never pick up a lot of free throws. So great job in the first half.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, they're getting beat up on the boards, Ernie. Woo. Smack them around, smack them around. And you know the coach is unhappy about it, because I'm unhappy about it, Ernie. I'm sure he's in the locker room right now saying, hey, we can bounce back in the second half. You need to dig deep, show some pride.
And in a matter of moments, they'll be starting the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. See you, folks.
The evening commute has plenty of people on the move here tonight in Toronto, where we welcome you back to On 2K. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
They really feed off his energy. All of his teammates pick up their defense when they see him leading the way.
The Cavaliers trail by 4, so on the floor for Cleveland. It's Love and Fry, the sharpshooting big men. Smith and LeBron filling out the wings. And it's Irving at the point guard.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And LeBron James last season moving into the top 4 all-time in playoff points. He might own number 1 when it's all said and done.
That's what happens when you're in the finals. Seems like every season. The playoffs is where you seal your legacy. Only fitting to see him high on this list. And remember, this is a guy whose best skill might be his passing.
Free throw good, LeBron.
Having won the most MVPs of any active player, LeBron still going strong.
Lowry dishes to Carroll. Now here's DeRozan. Goes up off the pick. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now, here is Irving. He feeds it to LeBron. The kick out to Irving. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Raptors leading by 3. Carroll with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. The putback. And Valanciunas gets to Lowry. Now the dish to DeRozan. Goes up again. Takes a big height bounce and goes in. Lowry's got 5.
It seems like almost every shot Lowry takes is contested, but he doesn't let it bother him.
Love the pass to Fry. Can't hit that one. Good D by Sullinger. The Raptors have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And James pulls it down.
To me, that's just a loss of focus. He was wide open from one of his favorite spots.
Now Irving. James outside. To the middle. Here's Fry. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. He's got 11.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. To the wing on the left. Here's Carroll. And stolen by LeBron. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. James with the ball.
This is the thing about Kevin Love. He can go off on you. The talent level is there.
Raptors with the lead. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Lowry kicks to Sullinger. Back to Lowry. Shot, high post. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Now when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
The jump from broadcast booth to head coach is one that has been made more frequently in the last couple of years. We just saw our friend Steve Kerr do it. And Smitty, would you ever consider making that jump yourself?
You know what? I love coaching, Kevin. I do it with my kids at the developmental age, at the youth age. In the NBA, I talk to a lot of guys. They said, Steve, if you can, wait till you get a chance to see your kids off to college and then jump into the fire.
How do you keep on top of that situation? When will you know it's the right time, aside from the fact that they may be gone to school?
You know, I think I'm going to just go play it ear by ear. I think the one thing is I'm loving broadcasting, loving television. It's going to be hard to get me out of the booth.
Good. I hope it is. We'd like to keep it.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
The Cavaliers really wanted Channing Frye. Made the deal at the trade deadline. They took a huge luxury tax hit to add him to the team.
Free throw good, LeBron. And Frye at 6'11", an excellent three-point shooter. He gives the Cavaliers, Steve, a different look in the front court.
In the playoffs, it's all about matchups. He has some big games helping them sweep the Atlanta Hawks in the semis. When you have shooters at every position, it's tremendously difficult to defend.
Patterson, he's checked in for Toronto. And both free throws, good for James. Toronto, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. Out to the right wing. Carroll passes to Patterson. Ring shot on the way. That's short off the rim. Cavaliers trailing. Here's James. That evens the score. James has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Obviously, this is where James is so difficult to defend. Can beat you with a variety of moves inside, just like that one.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
LeBron kicks to Love. To the middle. Here's Fry. That ball finishes by Love. Fry's got the game tied up here for the Cavs.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Raptors are going to somewhat subpar, 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Lowry passes to Valanciunas. Right side, DeRozan. No good off the front iron.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guarding you, just try to move the basketball on.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now Now, here's Lowry. He has 5. Here's Patterson, and the ball goes out of bounds. It's touched by Love. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart.
And the three-point game stands out as a major sore spot. It just has not been falling for him. I think at this point you start to get away from that shot. Try to engage in other parts of the offense. You don't want to hurt your team if that long ball isn't there.
Irving against Lowry. Here's Patterson.
Great positioning to contest that shot. Love's a better defender than he gets credit for.
Launches a 3. Rebound by the Raptors. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist by Patterson. That's 7 points for Kyle Lowry. Cleveland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Irving dishes to James. From the wing, Irving kicks to Fry. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Channing Frye is one of those 7-footers that you say needs to get down to the paint, rebound. No, he's totally different. He's like a guard. He stands around the three-point line, floats around, waiting to knock down a catch-and-shoot 3.
And Channing Frye, one of those players who show up very well in the advanced analytics, the advanced measures of the game, the statistics. He makes winning plays.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he knows how to play a big man that's basically a stretch 5, but also can rebound and make those key plays when you need him.
And Toronto making a change here. Hurdle's checked in. Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland. And both free throws good for Fry.
His soft touch from the line is rare for a big man.
Toronto trailing. Outside Lowry. With the fadeaway. He's off on that one.
Went to the fadeaway. Didn't need to, though. Probably cost him some points.
And a wide open look for Irving. A second chance effort. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league. If only Fry could get there more often.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line, no matter the situation.
And the Cavs back in 2014, bringing in LeBron and bringing in Kevin Love, arguably the best single-season upgrade at the position at that forward spot in NBA history.
It changed everything, but it hasn't all been smooth sailing. There's only one basketball. They're still developing their rapport on the floor, but I think their skills do complement each other.
Now, here's Lowry. He has 7. He kicks it to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Quick lick from Patterson makes finishing plays off with a dunk look easy.
Here's Irving. A 2-point game. Pass to Shumpert. And here is James. He's got 11. J.R. Smith on the wing. Beyond the arc. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 8th assist here tonight.
You never want to give him an open look from outside because he will flat out burn you from there.
Now here is Lowry, but they recover it. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. 5th on the list, LeBron James.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Toronto with the ball, trailing by 5. Outside DeRozan. Outside Lowry. Out to the right wing. Here's Patterson. Offensive rebound. Headshot off. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Smith the pass to James. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
The Raptors has embraced a physical style of play. Strong on the glass, forcing a lot of turnovers, and offensively, they live at the free throw line.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, James. And as you always say, the Raptors play tough, but they also play under control.
That's the key. They force turnovers and they draw fouls, but don't commit them at the other end. The sign of a well-coached team, it gives them a huge advantage.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Ross is checked in for DeMar Carroll. Norman Powell comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Joseph. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Ross with the slam.
Well, you know that Ross can throw it down. Nice one right there.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Kicks it to Anderson. James outside. From outside, off the mark. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Joseph kicks to Pirtle. And he gets the bucket. Pirtle's got 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Anderson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Powell. And the pass to Joseph. There's the 3. And Shumpert pulls it down. Cavaliers have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
On that play, you gotta trust your teammates. Instead of forcing that one, just pass it.
Now here is Pirtle. 7 points in the game. Ross dishes to Joseph. And the rejection by LeBron.
On the ball, off the ball, LeBron can really protect the rim.
Stolen by Joseph. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. That's a 2 from Powell. Pirtle kicks to Powell. From the arc. Shot by Joseph. No good. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Dishes it to LeBron. Here's Anderson. Kicks it out to James. This one for 3. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Anderson's got the lead up to 6 now for Cleveland.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Now here's Joseph. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Pirtle, the pass to Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
And Pirtle does a little bit of everything for this team. A big man with superb passing ability.
Cleveland's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Count that bucket. 14 points for LeBron.
Well, he's doing what keeps them ahead, and he's been doing it all quarter, respecting the hot streak.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Ross, that's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
You know, that job of getting through screen is not pretty, but somebody has to do it.
Here's Felder. 1:41 left in the third quarter. Just 4 to shoot. He tries for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 11 rebounds in the game. Now here's Powell. He's guarded closely. 1:15 left in the third. And Corey Joseph has shown that he is one of the best backup point guards in the NBA. Just runs the team perfectly. Smitty eats minutes, played solid defense, and keeps everything running smoothly with the second unit.
You need a floor general like Corey Joseph coming off the bench. Joseph is one of the best in the game at making that happen. Most teams would be happy with him as a starter.
First free throw is good. The Raptors making a switch here. Sullinger's checked in. And Joseph drops them both. And the city of Cleveland still aglow from their first major professional sporting title in over 52 years.
They waited a lifetime, Kevin. In the end, it was a native son, LeBron James, who returned to lead them to glory. You just couldn't script it any better.
LeBron dishes to Anderson, and there's the 3-second violation.
Now we get a chance to check out LeBron James. He's coming off an excellent season. 5th in scoring, 9th in assists, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And stolen by LeBron. From the stripe. The shot that time not on target. And Toronto will come the other way.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
For the lead, that's good from Joseph on the assist from Jared Sullinger. Joseph's got 5.
He could have easily been selfish there and taken the shot, but he smartly kicked it out for a wide open look.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. "27 seconds left in the third quarter. And Anderson kicks to Jefferson. Takes a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Powell with it. Pass to Sullinger. From 11 feet away. And released it in time, but it's off the mark.
Making a great play to challenge the shot. LeBron's D can shut you down.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Cavaliers on top, up 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Toronto trailing. The explosive pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the backcourt. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Carroll in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now here's Carroll. He dishes it to DeRozan. He jams it right over Kevin Love. Wow!
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Now Sullinger, following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. DeRozan passes to Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Great heads-up look there from DeRozan to get his teammate an easy basket.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. It's good. Love's got it all tied up now for the Cavs.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Protecting the rim has to be their #1 priority here in crunch time. They need to recognize that immediately.
Sullinger, no good. Three-pointer. Toronto grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And it's Carroll in the corner. Misses the 3. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Sullinger, no good.
We know what he's capable of inside. That's a good shot for him. He's kicking himself that he couldn't get it to go.
Excellent work there in transition.
He doesn't give the defense any time to set up. He just goes extremely hard to the bucket.
Here's DeRozan. J.R. Smith making his last shot. And DeRozan kicks to Carroll. Sullinger outside. And stolen by Irving. Here's Anderson. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Raptors trail by 4. Right side Lowry. To the wing on the left. Sullinger against Love. Carroll dishes to Valanciunas. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Raptors. And Cleveland also making a change. Channing Frye's checked in for Anderson.
DeMarre Carroll, the Alabama product, pretty much a specialist when you start talking about a guy on the defensive end. Now you have to add to his repertoire a guy that can knock down the 3-ball.
Now, here is Irving. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it looks like he got to that shot just after it reached its apex. Those can be tough ones to gauge.
Toronto, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Lowry passes to Carroll, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
And as a coach, that's the kind of turnover that drives you nuts.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Now Irving. Love outside. Feeds to Smith. And it's blocked.
Just a great job of timing on the block from Patterson.
It's a pick by Love. On its way from Irving for 2.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Fires from the line. And the Raptors miss again.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
And if you're the defense, you probably should sag off him right now because he's not knocking down anything.
And so here's Cleveland. They lead by 1. Passes it to Smith. Screen by Jefferson. On its way from Irving for 2. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
Well, his team is winning. I think he wants to help seal the deal, but maybe shooting the basketball right now may not be the best way to get it done.
Here's Smith. The feed to Irving. Jefferson has a wide open look. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got assist number 8 now on the night. Here's DeRozan. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's called on Channing Frye.
J.R. Smith, an all-out gunner. Never saw a shot he didn't like, but you know what? It works for him.
And you look at the numbers, Steve. J.R. Smith shoots just as well on contested triples, which is interesting, as he does on wide open ones.
He said he actually prefers contested shots. We're talking about a guy that's confident making tough shots. Sometimes when he's wide open, I think he's just bored taking those.
LeBron's checked in for Channing Frye. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Irving for three. And another three for Cleveland.
Such a compact release. That's why Kyrie is so efficient from range.
Raptors trail by 5. Lowry kicks to DeRozan. The dish to Carroll. He feeds it to Patterson. Back to Carroll. Three-pointer. Good on the triple.
Looks like he took that last three a little personal.
I think so. A little bit of a little payback. Great back and forth between these two fellas. And you can see it. He knew he made a mistake the second the ball left his hands.
Toronto, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Screen by Valanciunas. Lowry. No good. That would have tied it.
Look, I know he wants to put the team on his back, carry them across the finish line, but it's all about getting a high percentage shot.
Connects from three-point range.
JR doing what he does best. Former NBA Sixth Man of the Year, he can really score.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Inside. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Outside Irving. LeBron is screen on Lowry. Teardrop shot. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Down low, got a piece of it, and stolen by LeBron. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And finished off by Jefferson.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
He is just eating this up. He loves these situations. The more pressure, the better.
Now here's James. Back to Irving. 5 to shoot. From deep. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Lowry with the ball. Now Smith defending. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Kyle Lowry. Cleveland's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Irving dishes to LeBron. Lets it go from 14. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. In Toronto, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Carroll passes to Patterson, and stolen by James. On its way from Irving for 2. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. And the Cavaliers lead by 5. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, with how great DeMar DeRozan is at scoring, you know he's going to get to the line a few times every game.
At the line for your Raptors, DeMar DeRozan. Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Anderson's checked in. DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
He's one of the best free throw shooters in the league, and he showed it there.
LeBron kicks to Smith. Looking for Anderson. He gets it there. And Anderson slams it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And here's Lowry. He kicks it to Carroll. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Raptors trail by 5. Lowry with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. And DeRozan kicks to Carroll. To the middle. Out to DeRozan. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 4 rebounds now tonight. That one goes in. James has got the lead up to 7 now for the Cavs.
The quick first step of James.
Goodness.
Terrific.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. The Raptors getting the bucket. Anderson. Rebound by the Raptors. Patterson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. A clear look for Lowry. Here's DeRozan. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Shooting for Toronto, DeMar DeRozan. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Patrick Patterson. DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
Tough. He's just so hard to keep off the foul line when he pushes the action. I love his activity here in the second half.
Outside Irving. Pass to LeBron. 18 feet out. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Raptors trail by 5. Outside Lowry. Kicks it to DeRozan. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. J.R. Smith picks one up.
Look how comfortable he is today shooting the basketball. You can tell DeRozan is feeling it. This guy is the definition of the word clutch. He has all the trust in the world from his teammates in these kinds of situations.
Love outside. Here's the 3. Sullinger with the rebound. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. Anderson. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Not only ties it up with the hoop, but puts them in front now with the free throw. That could be the play of the game if they come out on top.
Now here's LeBron. He gets stolen by Sullinger. Outside Lowry. Now the pass to DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan. Clock at 4. The shot by Carroll, no good. Now Cleveland shooting it well here in the 4th quarter. 50%. Smith for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
He clearly wants to try and close this game out strong, but your deep range isn't there. You just can't keep forcing it.
Carroll against James. And they double up DeRozan. And a again, Toronto no up.
The defense knows he loves that in-between area and closed out fast.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
You know I love that crunch time. This is where the big-time players are made.
Now, here's Valanciunas. And Lowry has it in the corner. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
That was just a cold-blooded play there from Valanciunas. Not fazed at all by the situation.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're behind by 1. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, and looking at how much time they have, I think it's likely we'll see them try to get a good look and score quickly.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, get into the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
And the Cavaliers with possession here. It's a one-point game.
That was a half-hearted pick. And he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now it ends up costing him.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one. Cleveland with the ball.
And it's still within reach.
Maybe, but they are hanging on by a thread. They need to make good on every possession. The ability to finish under pressure, that's something K-Love brings to the table.
Toronto calls timeout. They trail by 1. 17 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
Patience is the key. Let's see what they come up with here.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
That can happen when the energy gets turned up, the stakes gets raised, bad miscue.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
You know, Kyrie is a star in this league, but he has a chance to be a superstar. Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
Toronto calls timeout. They're behind by 3. 11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
You know, the last thing you want to do is force something up here. Take what the defense gives you and go from there.
Here is Lowry. From downtown, can't knock in the 3. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
You know how accurate JR is from 3. That's how relatively inaccurate he can be from the line sometimes.
Shoots off target. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers pulling it out. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, friends and neighbors. Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith as we move forward to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. Boy, he warmed up in the second half, running roughshod, just merciless against anyone trying to guard him. Let's get your opinion, Shaq.
As usual, best leader in the NBA, LeBron James led by example tonight. He's as cool, calm, and collected as any player you will ever see. He was never out of control of this game. LeBron did it all tonight. What else is new? He's the king!
He was a threat every time they fed him the ball. He was in attack mode offensively. So much confidence. Wow, unbelievable.
And thanks for joining us this evening, folks. We've reached the end of our broadcast. For the weeping Shaquille O'Neal and the heartbroken Kenny the Jet Smith.
Why?
I'm just a real sad Ernie Johnson. Farewell and good night.